As some of you guys may know, I've turned to aim coaching to help pay my bills. And why aim coaching? Well,
Square up, nigga, throw that chair up. In New York, I really rock. Hit the club, tear it up. I don't think I'm my cup.
My cheap aim coaching has grew substantially more than I ever hoped for. I worked with top 500s, diamonds and siege, semi-professionals, a lot of different goddamn people, but the least that I ever expected was a legend. The world of esports is not prepared for his impact in the world. And that man is...
Attention, all epic Fortnite gamers. Ninja?
Oh, you silly Billy fuck. This legend. He was telling me that...
It is I, VoiceOverPete, that needs your help.
And you know, sometimes the universe just puts you in places, so I sat down with him and gave him some help. I played a good old game with Pete, you know? Played a good old game.
Shoot through it.
Nice.
What?
Okay. So stick around for that. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so you came to me for help with Valorant, right? Isn't that
Yepper.
right, Mr. VoiceOverPete? What is your history when it comes to FPS shooters, my guy?
I started with the very first one, Halo.
I'm guessing you got that on console, correct?
Well, back then.
I'm just gonna go lay out what we're gonna do first. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure your hand. I'm gonna suggest a mouse based off of that, right? And then from there, I'm going to find your sensitivity. And then from there, I'm going to create a few scenarios for you to practice in. And I'll create like a warm-up drill. We'll stick to Aim Lab for now. Aim Lab is just a very simple aim trainer. I'm going to use it to find your sensitivity. And then I'm going to go over some, I guess, basic foundations when it comes to like setting yourself up for aim battles and so on. The one thing that I feel like a lot of people mistake is that aim is like only a talent thing. I honestly think it's a skill that you can learn over time. I don't think it's something that you're just gifted in. Just as long as you like train yourself a proper way and just play games for fun, you can get up to anywhere. There's like a crease in your wrist, like where your wrist kind of ends. Yeah, you kind of end
Basically
it
where the wrist connects to the arm.
Yeah.
Not quite 5, it's 4 3/4.
Gotcha. Wow, you have big hands. Okay, all right. So,
Big hands, big heart.
the length of your hand is more for comfort. The width of your hand is actually for aiming, right? Let's see. So I'm gonna give you 2 different recommendations. You can honestly just flip a coin or whatever you want. A lot of people might suggest using the G Pro wireless, but just because you used ergonomic mice for a long period of time, I would suggest staying with ergonomic mice for now. I think it's important to realize that like it's important to have fun while you're doing this. Like you're gonna be on that grind for thousands of hours, essentially your entire childhood. I think the best way to go about this is just by having fun. Just honestly, just shoot things, and I'll just say my suggestion over time.
Just
Yep,
breathe.
yep. Just click.
Just
You got this,
breathe.
bro. Don't choke. You got this.
Gosh, I stink.
Don't worry too much about it. You
Look at
gotta
the
start
score
somewhere.
of 10.
Change your sense to 0.65. Right now, we're trying to find your Valorant sensitivity. So, a lot better, a lot better. I'm not really caring too much about score. I'm just looking about your target acquisition. The settings should change to you, not you change to the settings.
Be the only one popping off now. Yeah, for these 40 bombs, dude. I'm putting it on the blue dot.
Oh yeah, no, when it comes to whiffing in game, typically how you whiff is literally being off by a few millimeters. So those little annoying moments, at least you're getting over them right here.
What's the hitbox on these dots? Come on, come on.
What EDPI is common in good players. So, funny thing is the best aimers in the world, actually extremely different DPIs. The best aimers in the world is Nico, Forest, Simple, I would say Rain, Shroud, Scream. They all have so many various different types of sensitivities. There's no real common DPI, EDPI, right? They all play very differently. Forest literally plays 3 times higher than Nico. Now we're gonna get into the scenarios that I created to emulate Valorant. So how aiming works in gaming at all, your first mouse movement is to pre-aim where the person is most likely going to be at. Your second movement is the adjustment aim. You know those moments when like you're holding an angle, someone like, and you peek it,
Right,
and
like
someone's
the
just
long
right off of
shot,
it.
see long. I expect them to come out.
So everyone practices their long, like their long accuracy, like their wide flex all the time, but it's not really applicable to the actual game. And a lot of aim trainers, they like to have a lot of targets up. The thing about aim battles is that they're very reflex heavy. It's whoever can aim first, not how often you can shoot many targets. Generally, I like to recommend things that are one target at a time because you want to train up that skill of being able to reflex aim on a small target very fast. So for this, I literally just change a lot of the parameters in order to make a little bit more fitting into the actual game. And generally, when it comes to high level of play, the amount of adjustment aiming is average 0 to 2, meaning that they adjust either literally 0 times or at a max 2 times. The amount of people who adjust aim 0 times means that they got the crosshair perfectly on the area where the person's going to be at. That's why you see a lot of smart players climb up, because they don't need to aim. They just need to know where they're going to be at.
Huh.
So, yep, and the mechanics do play a large part into it, but your brain will carry you quite a bit if you play things smartly and look at the right things.
I have some friends who are good shots, and
Right.
they just go into the range and spend half hour, 45 minutes in the range.
So that's what I mean when it comes to inefficiency.
Why is that
right?
inefficient?
So when it comes to the shooting range, first of all, the bots spawn in already like 5 set locations. Unless you were to change your position every single time you restart, you can memorize these positions, and it doesn't really help out when it comes to your, I would say, flexibility and aiming everywhere. And second of all, it doesn't really cover how everyone else will position in different ways. Everyone spawns in the same general head level. It works. It's not really intense, if you know what I mean. That's why people spend such a long time when it comes to doing that. And instead of spending 45 minutes in a range, it's a lot more efficient to spend that 45 minutes in game, because there's a lot more. Think of aiming like this, right? Let's talk about school for a second. Aiming is like math, right?
Okay.
If you were to only study math, it would not it would not create you a good student. You will be a student who's good at math, but not necessarily a good student. A lot of people make the mistake of only training their aim, thinking that it'll flood into other subjects. But only studying math will not cover English, it will not cover science, and it will not cover history, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Think of this as more of like a study group, right? It will make you aim a lot faster over time, but it is not supposed to be a complete replacement to you training for a game like Valorant. That's why I truly recommend playing these literally just warming up and like at a max 20-minute, 30-minute period, because all those things that you can learn when it comes to positioning, smart plays, and how your teammates will play, and so on and so forth, that stuff you can only learn in game. If you ever to look into any esport, right, the best mechanical players are always second best in the world. They can never get to the first because they only rely on their mechanics. Great. All right, so that should be it for now. It seems very simple. It is the true foundations of what aiming is. There's nothing to do, you don't have to do anything crazy. It's just what actual aiming is. Want to play?
Yeah, I don't have in-game chat. For some reason, my in-game chat is broke.
Yeah, you're not missing out on much. You're good. You're good.
Oh, you would
in
insta-lock Reyna, bro. You would insta-lock Reyna, bro. I'm a Jet and Reyna main. What am I supposed to do now? The crosshair color you recommend people fighting?
Yeah, I like to have green because... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I got killed. One guy mid-lit 90.
Wow, look at the aim coach going down first. I'm going to give you shit for no reason, by the way. Don't take it personally.
I know you do. Oh,
What?
E, you need an aim coach. He's beautiful.
Man, he died once and he just dipped.
So yeah,
That's how upset I
Titan,
am.
imagine being an aim coach, dying on first round, and then abandoning the match.
Yeah, rage quit. He rage quit. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
imagine.
Updating my system.
Oh yeah, Windows updates, dude. That use the excuse that literally every other trader uses. Okay, buddy.
Oh, God. If I could ship you to another country.
Okay. Absolute.
Let's do unrated,
right
Pete.
here.
Let's do unrated.
Unrated. One
And let
whole
me play
game.
Reyna, please.
Phoenix, who's the Phoenix man? Who's the Phoenix man?
Doesn't matter. The Phoenix main is someone who's better than you. That's who the Phoenix main is.
OMG.
Was your first time playing a shooter on a LAN, Pete?
Quiet.
Okay. I have now frozen. I am now back.
Okay.
That is great.
We were
Nice.
worried.
I was
Okay.
scared.
Hopefully when I press B, it doesn't crash my...
Can't be either.
Circling around through spawn.
They're super dead.
Easiest 1v2 of your life, Pete.
Wait, did you put your sense to 0.63?
Down in here, no.
Spike
You
planted.
should probably do that. You should.
Making a song here, Pete? What's up?
Darn it, darn it, darn it.
I'll avenge you. Oh no, I won't. I won't.
Nice avenge, bro. Nice
Oh, I got
vengeance,
spammed.
Titan!
My
You got this,
aiming
don't worry.
coach
Planted.
just died.
I died once.
Chad, I'm wondering if I can get my money back.
All right, aim coach.
Rounder.
All right.
One enemy remaining.
Left to
Not
right.
bad. Not bad.
Goated. Nice.
Not bad. We got it. Not bad.
Not bad.
Actually, I blinked
Not
and
bad.
so I didn't see your shot, but not bad.
That's one.
Oh!
Oh,
Reyna's
No,
coming
no.
on B. Okay, Titan. Nice shot, Titan. Those people don't play with him. He able to handle it like a pistol.
He's onside. Default.
Last player
I hate
standing.
my life.
nice.
What?
That was saucy.
Oh,
That was saucy.
Get your
MG.
value. Get your value out here, boy. How's that ground taste, boy? Despite putting up a good fight, it was a tight-ass game. It was tight. It was tighter than a fucking... But alas, although I had a lot of fun, the match had to end eventually.
Are you aiming at?
Oh, man,
Oh,
he underpeaked
Titan!
it. He underpeaked
Oh,
it.
Titan!
Last player standing.
What?
Oh, my.
Whoa,
That's a big GG.
snafu!
Big
I don't know
G's.
where the fuck I died from.
Oh man, that was terrible. I'm
Oh
playing
my
terrible today, man.
gosh.
I did a little Garbo doo-doo butter. I'll do better next time.
We all will. We all will. Because
Got it.
why? We can't do worse.
Oh,
Wow.
my God. What a game.
All right. It was close. Ethan, thank you. And Titan, good to meet you. Thank you. That was fun as always. Talk to you guys later.
Hell yeah, Pete.